You know another funny thing that you said one time that made me laugh? You go, I was at work today and I was talking to this lady and she found out that you were my son-in-law because I told her. It tickled me. Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show. I've missed you guys. It's Tosh Show time. Give me a tea.
Tea?
No. I want you to do that version where you like say, you got that tea, you got that tea. Give me a T.
You've got that T, you've got that T.
Give me an O.
You've got that O, you've got that O.
Give me an S.
You've got that S, you've got that S.
I don't want to keep going. You know what? I was going to spell Tosh Show, I guess. It was going to take a long time.
Well, you got 5 more letters. Let's do it.
No, it's so long. I can't do it.
All right.
I lost interest. But I liked it when people used to, you got that T, you got that T. Do you remember that version?
I don't remember that version. So
you don't remember
it?
You
threw me when you were like, let's. Yeah, no, they just gave him a T, a boring T. Here it is. Here's your T.
That's what happens when you go to school in Nebraska.
Many places.
You don't have any soul.
No soul.
I remember all the cheers. That's because I was always on the sideline. Never in the game.
I like it.
Eddie, you like sushi?
I love sushi.
You love sushi.
I do. I like it.
What's your go-to?
I mean, there's like that, I don't know the name of it, but it's like the fried kind of rice with the...
Wait, spicy tuna on top.
With the spicy tuna on top, yeah.
Yeah. The spicy tuna on top of the fried rice, it's like, looks like it's been chewed up for some reason.
Well, it does look like it's like a baby's about to eat it, but yeah. I like that.
Do you go edamame?
Oh, yeah.
Spicy or regular?
Spicy.
See, we have to go regular because I got the little ones now.
Well, that's true.
And they eat it. But miso every time?
Miso, not every time, but I do enjoy it.
I do miso every time.
Do you like the seaweed salad?
I do the cucumber salad.
Okay.
I add crab and shrimp to it.
Oh, I didn't know you could. Yeah.
Sometimes I do a trilogy. Sometimes I used to do crab, shrimp, octopus, but now I don't do octopus anymore because they can use a hammer or something. I don't know what the rule is, why we stopped eating octopus in the house, but we respect them and we don't eat them.
One of them was a teacher.
Yes. But here's my complaint almost with every sushi place that I get sushi from. I need, no matter what, 50% less rice. There's too much rice. I don't get why they would want to put so much rice on it. Because all that does is fill people up.
Right.
It doesn't cost anything. Rice is free. There's nobody buys rice. So 50% less rice, then I can eat way more sushi, which costs way more. It's the fish.
Now you're spending more money.
Exactly. These businesses, they don't get it. I was at a place recently, and I was just like, what in the world? I can barely, I'm having to open my mouth like this. Oh, my wife's having to bite it. Nothing makes me madder than watching my wife eat a roll in 3 bites. I'm like, okay, now you're not getting all the flavors in on each bite. So it's not tasting the way it's supposed to. It's falling apart. You look ridiculous.
For me, the spider rolls, when you get the end part, and it literally has
spider
like
rolls
the
are
shrimp
garbage.
Parts coming out of it, like the tails.
I don't care about spider rolls. That's not good. I don't want that shit. My wife knows the word, and I forgot what it is, but we always get it for our kids. But it's a version of, like, if you get a California roll, you can say blank style. And it's they make it so much smaller. It's such a tight, tiny roll, and it's just amazing for kids because then they can pop them in their mouths, the whole thing. But I forgot you're talking about sumomono style. I didn't want to say it. That's the cucumber salad. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I've been rambling too long. We got to get it back into this part 2 of Daddy Dearest. Enjoy.
Previously on Tosh Show.
It's his birthday today, guys. Talk about your sex life.
Next question.
What was your banking nickname?
The Lone Ranger.
Oh, man, isn't that cool? Talk about your legs and your thighs. Who did your wife have sex with?
That is a mystery.
Do you think you love your wife more than she loves you?
Oh, that's a fact. That's not disputed.
So you could be my dad.
I could, but I'm not.
No.
Yes.
Well, that would be weird. Guys, I'm a professional comedian, allegedly. So believe me when I tell you I know what is and is not a joke. You know what's not a joke anymore? The economy, the climate, and most importantly, Boost Mobile. I know what you're thinking. Don't they sell those burner phones I used to call my mistress with? No. I mean, they did, but that's not what I'm talking about. Boost Mobile is a major player, right up there with Verizon or T-Mobile. And now, they also have a legit nationwide 5G network. Boost Mobile has coverage across 99% of America. They are not a joke anymore, guys. Seriously, they are no setups, punchlines, callbacks, none of it. They are serious AF. Laugh all you want, but Boost Mobile's offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month forever. You probably could find enough in your couch cushions if you're someone that lays on a couch with a lot of loose currency. The Boost Mobile network includes roaming coverage from partner networks, which cover 99% of the U.S. population. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan. Tosh Show. You have a son-in-law, me, and a daughter-in-law. Okay, out of those people that aren't real family, which one of us is more family?
Oh, you can't say that. No.
Mm-hmm.
You're both married. Beautiful Stephanie married to my oldest, and then you're married to my second oldest.
But if you had a gun,
and I had to shoot one of the two of you,
would you line both of our heads up? See if the bullet traveled through both of us. You lived in Florida your entire life. Do you consider yourself a Florida man?
yes, I do.
That's not Florida man. That's not a compliment, right? When you say Florida man, it's like, oh, that's always those weird things that we find out about in the news. Talk about the race riots you witnessed when you were in high school.
That's a true story. So senior in high school in beautiful Fort Pierce, Florida, we merged our all-white high school, which was called Dan McCarty, with our all-black high school, which was called Lincoln Park Academy. Once football season was over, we had riots on a weekly basis.
You're telling me that your football team, when you were all white, was poor, and then when you merged with the black school, your football team went to the state finals.
That's the true story. We weren't poor, but they certainly enhanced the team. All the stars, just about. Yeah.
All the stars.
Yeah.
So, but you guys still took care of the role players.
I had to. Yep.
Did you play football?
Through 10th grade. I stopped in the 11th grade, yes.
And did you have a formal ceremony for that retirement?
No one wept.
Talk about that one flag football intramural game you played in college.
Oh, wait. You talking about the one I never got tackled? Boy, you know everything. That's a true story, too.
I know. You've told it to me 16 times.
This is a true story, Chase.
How many touchdowns did you score that day?
6.
6 touchdowns, guys.
Man.
Okay, wait.
Wow.
It was the Pledges versus the Brothers in a fraternity.
It was the Pledges versus the Brothers.
In a fraternity.
In a fraternity.
And they told us the Pledges had never won, and we slaughtered them.
And you were the pledge.
I was a pledge.
And you scored 6 touchdowns.
I never got tackled that day. That's a true story.
And was it flag football or tackle?
That was tackle.
Did you have pads on?
No.
How many yards do you think you ran for?
I don't know. That's a great question. I never totaled that up.
You think it was over 200?
We probably played a 50-yard field, so yeah, they were good runs.
Were you fast?
I used to be.
Were you quick or just fast?
Probably more quick than fast, but I had decent speed.
Oh man, that must have felt good. Was that the best day of your life?
No, certainly not. But it was a great game athletically, or day athletically, yes.
You've said many times to me under your breath that things need to go Tammy's way, not the right way.
Have I said that many times? I try to keep Tammy happy.
Your wife's from Arkansas.
That's true.
Why is that funny?
Makes me laugh. I'm sorry.
And you're not a fan of the Razorbacks?
I do like the Razorbacks.
You do?
After the Gators, they're probably my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were a Vols fan.
That was a long time ago. Growing up a Vols fan.
How much right now would I have to pay you to get an FSU Seminole tattooed on your chest? And I want you to think about this because I'm going to do it if the number's obtainable.
Oh, no, it's not obtainable. Thank you. It would never happen.
There's a lot of good artists in this town, tattoo artists. You sure you don't want it? What if you said a magical number? Like, I'm willing to go close to 4 figures.
No, not even a fingernail painted for 4 figures.
You hate the Seminoles, don't you?
I dislike the
Talk
Seminoles.
about how much you hate Tallahassee and everyone that goes to FSU.
You know, Tallahassee's a nice, pretty town, but it's got FSU there.
And you hate FSU.
There are our rivals, sure. And Georgia.
I don't think people realize what a Gator fan this guy is. So for the longest time, you used to write a family weekly email. Maybe it was monthly, doesn't matter. And it was just an update of everything that was going on in Florida sports. And it wasn't just football. It would be like, if it was in the middle of summer, it'd be like they're recruiting gymnastics class, the coach of the female swimming team, everything about it. It was so crazy to me. And you would send it to your kids, but most of your kids don't care about sports at all.
2 like sports, 2 don't.
One pretends to.
That's it.
My wife
does not care.
Doesn't care at all.
I get
Chase, your youngest son,
doesn't care at all.
Care
It's
at
okay.
all.
Well, he didn't go to Florida. I forgive you, Chase.
He's the only one of your kids that didn't go to Florida.
True.
What kind of spit in the face did
was
that feel
brutal.
like?
That was brutal blow. Brutal.
Will you ever forgive him?
Yeah, of course I forgave him. But you heard the line, right?
Well, give me this line.
Oh, the line was, and Chase appreciates this, my tombstone was going to read 4 for 4, indicating all 4 kids went to UF, but now it's going to have to say 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
I have news for you. We are not putting that on your tombstone.
Okay, shoot.
You're not going to have a say. Once you're gone, we're going to write other things.
Wait, I have news flash for you.
What is that?
Florida finished 4th in the All-Sports Trophy this year.
Okay.
There's your update. There you go. That's very good.
Do you remember? Did you stop writing these emails, or do you still do them occasionally?
Occasionally. Mm-hmm.
You don't send them to me. I'm the only one that would
Would you like to see
Yeah,
them?
of course I'd be.
Okay,
I mean, I get them anyway because Carly just throws the phone. She goes, "Here, look at this," before I dump it to my trash.
Thanks, Car.
How is Gator football looking this year?
We're going to do good this year.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are.
You won't finish 500.
Yes, we will. How much?
100.
Okay, you're on. 7-5.
Here's the thing I know about you. You don't pay up on your bets.
Do I owe you money currently?
Who's the best gambler you've ever been with?
You are, hands down. Incredible. I have never seen you not make money at a gambling place.
At a saloon?
A casino.
Talking like you're 100.
I'm getting there.
We like going to casinos together.
I do like going to casinos with you.
Yeah, it's fun.
I've never seen you lose. I'm dead serious. It's incredible.
You've seen me lose, but I get lucky. I think here's my trick. I don't need to gamble a long time, and if I win, right when I win, I can be like, oh, I've only been gambling for 3 minutes. I'm stopping now.
But then you go to another table and you win there. That's the creepy part.
Nah. Who's your favorite Gator of all time?
Favorite Gator of all time? Boy, that's a tough one. Well, everybody's going to say Tebow, so I'm trying to come up with somebody besides Tebow. Spurrier was a great Gator, player and coach. Favorite Gator? Golly.
I stopped giving a shit.
Stop. Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Next.
How's the women's basketball program?
Getting better.
There's nothing I could ask him about Gators that he wouldn't have like a real answer for.
Yeah.
What about the gymnastics? Where's their gymnastics squad at?
I think we came in 3rd or 4th this year in the country. And by the way, had 2 or 3 girls on the tryout for the Olympics, although I don't think any of them made it.
I watched that one girl's time trial, the long distance runner. She finished 2nd and qualified for Paris.
Well, that's not gymnastics.
No, I know. I was just thinking of
yes.
I was just thinking of somebody from the Gators that making it to Paris.
We may have 25 kids there. I mean, there's going to be a bunch. I don't know how many we'll end up with.
Do you know how to play F, Marry, Kill?
I do not.
Okay, fuck, marry, kill. You have to pick one to fuck, one to marry, one to kill. Are you ready? It's a game. It's a game people play. Ready? All right. Fuck, marry, kill. Aaron Hernandez, Riley Cooper, Tim Tebow. All right, I'll do the dumb Gator chomp thing while you answer.
Wait a second. Fuck, marry, kill. All right, you'd have to marry Tebow because he's the best. Who were the other 2, Riley Cooper and who?
And your murder friend, Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, yeah. I'd have to murder Aaron.
Okay.
And for Taylor, it'd have to be Riley for the sex. Yes.
Why is that for Taylor?
Taylor had the hots for him.
He's
Sure.
a racist.
Well, till that happened,
Isn't
she
he?
had the hots. Yeah, that's true.
Oh man, that goes against brand, if you ask me. You adore Steve Spurrier, who was 11-10 in bowl games when he left Florida for the NFL. Did you burn any visors when he left?
I did not. I was upset when he left. Fabulous coach, by the way.
Now, true or false? Here, I paid to have a cameo made of Steve Spurrier giving you a motivational speech on a big meeting you had at the bank.
And he knocked it out of the park, and it's on my phone.
Hi there, Greg. This is Steve Spurrier, your former head ball coach up here at your school, our school, the University of Florida. Tosh tells me that you've got a big presentation coming up April the 28th. What I used to tell our players all the time is make sure that we individually are totally prepared to do the very best we can do and do it the entire game. And after that, good things will happen. So good luck on Wednesday, and go Gators.
And it was a big hit at the bank, by the way, too.
You
Very cool.
played it at the bank.
Yeah, even though they're all a bunch of Georgia Bulldogs, they still all thought it was cool.
Oh, man, that's great. Old Steve Spurrier doing cameos in his bathroom to make an extra $150.
He was phenomenal, coach.
You grew up in Florida, and a lot of storms out there. Did you ever get struck by lightning?
Yes, I did.
Direct hit?
Through a truck, yep.
Through a truck? I thought if a truck had rubber tires, you were safe inside.
So, no, I was outside.
Oh, you were outside the truck.
Standing in a ditch with my hand on the truck.
Why were you in a ditch?
We were surveying and just happened to be on the side of the road.
What were you surveying?
I was with a survey crew with the State Road Department.
Okay, and the storm was a brewing.
The lightning hit miles away, and it knocked me 10 feet off that truck. It was incredible.
Is that because you're so small?
That was part of it, yes.
Did the other men just look at you and go?
They laughed. They laughed their asses
But
off.
they didn't
Sorry.
feel it because they weren't
Probably
holding the
not
truck?
touching the truck. That's my guess.
Yeah, but it couldn't have struck the ground and traveled through the rubber tires into the truck. It had to have
telling
hit
you,
the truck.
I lived it. Yes, it happened.
You're saying it, but it could have struck the actual truck?
Oh, no, it was way away. Huh. I don't know how it happened either, but it did.
So you've gotten. My brother-in-law got bounced by a lightning bolt that struck nearby, and he was holding a handrail, and it dropped him outside of the jail.
It does knock you right down.
Oh,
It's incredible power.
there's video of his, but he won't release it because it's at the police department. Some law. So you were struck by lightning, and ever since then, you could see things that other people couldn't.
That's right. I can see into the future. Correct.
Did you like that movie Powder?
Powder. What movie is Powder?
You don't remember wasn't Powder about getting struck by lightning?
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
He was like an albino. He had no hair. He was struck by
no, I didn't see
lightning.
that.
He could do something.
No, didn't see that.
Sometimes I get Powder and What's Eating Gilbert Grape confused.
Yeah, I did see that. Powder.
You've seen Powder. You've seen it.
Okay.
We'll watch
All
it
right.
again. What's the best movie you've seen with my son recently?
Well, we just started Chupa, but we watched the other day. God, in my memory, what was the one that we watched? That was so
Wishing? Wish Dragon?
Dragon Wish was
Wish
so
Dragon.
good.
Wish Dragon.
Wish Dragon, so good.
I watch real movies with him, and then I just wait for your daughter to come down and just scream at me. It's weird that you claim to love movies, but I've never seen you stay awake in front of the television longer than 10 minutes.
That's the stress of work. I will now do that. As that goes away in my retirement, I'll watch movies start to finish.
Normally, how long does it take you to get through a movie?
You mean after I fall asleep and wake back up?
Right. Do you?
I
is
do.
it like
I
two
do
viewings?
watch what I've missed. Yes.
Right, but I'm saying, does it take you normally 2 viewings to get through a movie, or 3? Where are you at?
If the movie's bad, it would take 2. Yeah.
Talk about some of your favorite recent movies that you've liked.
I hope you see Michael Keaton's movie Knox Goes Away. That's really good.
I have no idea. It's out.
Yeah.
I should watch that.
You can watch it. It's terrific.
I'm not going to watch it.
I like Furiosa. We just saw that. That was good. George Miller's movie. Dune was good. Dune 2, Part 2. Love that. I like science fiction. I know you don't. I do.
You like science fiction.
I do.
You like war.
I love war
What's the
movies.
best? What was that last war movie that won the Oscar?
Saving Private Ryan?
No.
What? What?
The last one. The one this past year.
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Oh, is that a war movie?
Is that a war movie?
That's a great movie, by
Is
the
it
way.
not war? I have no idea what
Yeah, it
Oppenheimer's
took place in World War II. Yes.
Okay, so it's a war movie.
It's
Did you
terrific.
love Oppenheimer?
Fantastic.
What about that long pile of shit with all the legends in there? It was like maybe 2 years ago.
The Irishman?
The Irishman. Did you love that?
It was okay. I think I recall.
No. What do you mean you recall?
I don't remember The Irishman that well.
Oh, I thought you
The
know.
Irishman?
How do you forget movies? You know everything about movies. Explain to our viewers what von Willebrand disease is and which one of you gave it to all your children.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so a form of hemophilia that is passed down, and it unfortunately takes, I believe, both parents to pass it on. That could be incorrect.
That's incorrect.
Is that incorrect?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's incorrect.
So it's strictly just coming from me 100%?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, kids.
You have a bleeding disorder. By the way, you don't even know about it, but here's what I want to show.
Oh, yeah.
Show me,
Carl?
Yeah. Show me those. I thought they were liver spots the other day. I go, what's that horrible scar on your
Your
wrist?
dog.
And he says, your dog, Carl, bit him.
No,
Look,
he jumped up on me.
that's from Carl? Oh,
Yeah.
it wasn't his teeth?
No, that's his paws.
Oh, then I don't care anymore.
Oh, okay.
Well, so many people accuse me of like drugging Carl because he's so lethargic, but there's evidence that he's got a wild side. Now, you were a hippie as a child, or in your teen, early 20s, correct?
College hippie for sure. Mm-hmm.
Drugs?
Can I say that? Yeah,
Yeah.
a little low grade stuff.
What was your drug of choice that you enjoyed the most?
Pot. We smoked pot.
What about crystal meth?
Never.
You never did crystal meth? Oh, you
Good
haven't
Lord.
lived. You haven't lived. Your daughter, she loves it.
Of course, yes, you can tell.
Not the one I married. So you did some marijuana.
Yeah, we smoked. Mhm.
When is the last time you've had marijuana? Like in edibles? You had an edible ever?
Not pot edibles. The CBDs we do occasionally.
Who's we? Who's we?
Tammy and I.
You guys are doing drugs over there in Florida?
Occasionally. We quit smoking pot when she got pregnant with Jordan, our oldest.
Oh, so you've got like a 40-year dry spell. Do you think now that you retired empty nester, do you think you might, and I believe this year on the ballot in Florida, recreational marijuana is going to be on it. Are you going to vote for it or against it?
Oh, I'm for it. Yeah. I'm for it.
I'm not. I refuse to get into politics with you because you're a fiscal conservative through and through.
Yes.
That's fair, right? Okay, good. Yet it's so weird because you're very artistic. Your whole family's artistic. You care about Hollywood on some level. You love film.
Yes.
You know every actor. You know every director. You watch every movie. Speaking of which,
Yes.
you randomly, no experience. You're a banker. Were cast in a movie.
The Wounded Healer.
Okay, what is it called?
The Wounded Healer.
All right, you were in a horror film. That
Yes.
you had this random friend. A lot of times you hang out with people that are just random walks.
Phil.
Of life.
His name is Phil.
His name is Phil, and he made a horror movie, and he cast you in it. And you had no experience, but he's like, you were interested. And you said, yes, I'll do this.
Yes, that's
Which is
true.
also funny to me because it's like I can't imagine anyone saying to my father, would you like to be in a film? And him saying, yes, I'll do this. I'll pretend with you. Because this is in Florida. This isn't like there was no budget for this.
Zero.
Okay. Then he has you do some lines and he's like, oh, you're bad.
Yes,
so he cut
it was
all your
terrible.
lines out.
Yes, then I was not going to speak. That's true.
So it became a silent film?
Just my part. I was going to be silent. Okay. I was the evil person. I think it was in a wheelchair too.
Okay.
I was the evil old white guy.
Did you enjoy an evil? Was there a race element to this?
Yeah, Wounded Healer's black. He's
Well, I don't know. I didn't see this. No one saw this piece of shit.
still not out. It's still not out. Phil's still working on it.
I don't mean to call. Oh, he's still working. Can I get a clip of you in that, maybe?
I'll ask.
All right.
So, we've got him.
Hey, by the way, Tammy was in it, and
Your
so
wife
was
was in it?
Chase. Yes.
And your son was. Oh,
Yeah.
all of. Did they have lines?
Yeah, Tammy and I. Tammy and I had shared scenes. They were awful.
Oh man.
Awful.
Talk about the cancer and all the ass play that was involved.
Yes. So prostate cancer.
When? What year?
2.5 years ago.
That was a big phone call.
That was a big phone call. That was no fun.
You know what's funny? Not funny. It's funny now because you're here. You're cancer free. But in the moment when you went in to be tested, and the doctor came out to talk to you and your wife, and this is what doctors do. Doctors don't have time. For the most part, they don't have time to sit you down he just came out and goes, okay, so here's how we're going to handle your cancer. And you were like, whoa, what did you just say?
Yeah.
How did he say it?
Just like that. Up until that point, there was at least a chance that I did not have cancer, but he just came out and said, okay, here's what we're going to do for your cancer.
And then after that, you just stopped listening because you're just like, you just said I have cancer. That's a horrible blow.
Yeah, it was no fun.
No.
We caught it in time, though.
You did, but you were stage 4?
Yes.
And you texted and you called all of your kids and you said, guys, and you milked it for everything it was worth. You said, Dad's leaving.
That's a little untrue.
You said Dad's a goner.
Carly especially was hard to talk to.
Oh, she couldn't handle it.
Oh, so that's killed me.
I know. I had to be right there. I was like, oh boy, here we go.
The rest of them were pretty good about it.
Rest of them didn't care.
Yeah, that was it. Carly took it hard.
Yeah, she did. It was and so over 40 treatments of radiation, and they put a balloon up your butthole.
Yes, they did.
Inflated it so that they could keep your prostate in the right position while the radiation zaps the cancer.
100% correct.
And they got it all.
They did.
But your butthole, you couldn't hold in a fart to save your life now.
It has a lot of side effects, yes. Those of us out there in viewer land that had prostate cancer understand that. Lots of side effects.
And how are you feeling today?
I feel great.
You don't have to get any more checkups, or do you have to go yearly? Where are you at?
I was going yearly. He just told me, Dr. Sylvester told me I do not have to come back. So that's good.
That's amazing.
It's wonderful.
So you actually gifted me one of your balloons.
I did. I thought your sense of humor would appreciate that.
I have it. I still have the balloon.
I thought I was getting it today.
Was it a used balloon?
No, that one was fresh.
Okay.
Yes.
By the way, how did they catch it? What exam did you have?
PSA kept crawling up. So once it got too high, they're like did a biopsy.
Okay.
Watch your PSA.
What should your PSA be?
Under 4.
Under 4? Mm-hmm. Does anybody know what their PSA is?
You guys are too young, but when they start measuring it, be aware.
You know yours, Eddie?
Yeah.
What's your PSA?
It's like under 1.
Oh, that's
under
very good.
1.
That's excellent, Eddie.
Wait, have you ever heard one of Eddie's farts?
I have not.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it would sound. It would sound like his PSA is well over 6.
Under 1 is great. That's fantastic.
Good for you, Eddie.
You have no issues.
When will I need to find out? I'm
45 to 50. You're
I'm
about
49.
ready. Yeah, 50. You should start.
I just had my first colonoscopy.
Oh, yeah, those are fun.
That prep work is brutal. It's brutal.
Yes, it's horrible.
It's just so much.
Horrible.
You just think, oh, this has got to stop soon, and it just doesn't. There's
I got to do one next year.
Ah.
Thanks for reminding me.
Do you do the at home one?
Oh gosh! Oh, you mean the prep? Yeah, of course.
No, the prep at home. But now you can take after you've done the prep, you can just take a poop smear. And if you've already had proper colonoscopies, and just mail it in, and they can check it.
I can't do that with what I had. I have to go get it checked.
Good to know. Mm-hmm. You got any piercings?
I don't.
Any tattoos?
I do have 3 little dots on me from the cancer treatment.
Oh, speaking of dots, have you by chance ever seen a stripper who didn't have a single mole on her body?
That's a great story. You're really digging in the past. I have once. That was my last foray into topless dancing.
No,
places.
it wasn't, because as soon as you told me that story, you go, this is the last time I ever went to a strip club. And then you went, well, and then I was at another strip club like 6 months later.
Is that right? You have a better memory than me.
You ever pooped your pants as an adult?
Yeah, probably. Once again, a side effect of
it's
prostate. Yeah,
post-prostate.
It's really got a lot of problems attached to it.
You know another funny thing that you said one time that made me laugh? You go, I was at work today and I was talking to this lady and she found out that you were my son-in-law because I told her.
Got a lot of mileage out of that.
It just made me laugh. Yeah. Because I told her. It tickled me. Have I ever cost you any loans?
No, you have not.
Okay. That's good to hear.
Yes.
I would hate for somebody to be like, I don't want to be in business with this guy. Have you ever used it to your advantage?
No, it's just conversation.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe you either. Have I ever picked you up?
You mean physically?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Have I?
Yes.
When have I picked you up?
Horsing around.
Yeah.
Yes.
Horsing around.
I remember one time you came into the Reno airport and I ran up and grabbed you and lifted you up and you're like, put me down.
It's very endearing.
Oh, that makes me laugh. Yes or no? Can you get into a hammock?
Not very well. Yes.
I've got multiple videos of him trying to get into a hammock. Why don't you just stay away from them? They're not meant for you.
Perhaps they're very comfortable if you can get in them. Getting out's a different story.
You just roll every time. Just woo, it's so comical. I always feel like you're doing a bit, but you end up on the floor a lot.
I do. It's
I watched
old
you.
age.
I watched you fall yesterday.
I did.
Trying to get in.
That was embarrassing. I thought you saw that. Yes, that was embarrassing.
Well, just ask for help.
No.
I'll carry you around. I don't care.
That's sweet. Thanks.
Are all the exotic trips that I plan and take you on worth the amount of tomfoolery that comes with having me as your son-in-law?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. These are great trips.
Did you have fun in Mexico? We just went to Mexico
Mexico
together.
was fantastic. First time I've ever been there.
It was the first time you've ever been to Mexico.
Second time I've been out of the country.
All right.
First time
no,
was
it was
your
the third
wedding.
time. It's the third time you've been out of the country.
Oh.
Stop it. Jesus, you forget every
That's right.
You went to Iceland too.
In London.
I brought you to Mexico for the first time.
Yes.
And I didn't have this. I didn't set this up. This just happened. This was part of your retirement party.
Mm-hmm.
But a Mexican older man serenaded you.
He did. Nico
He sang right to you.
sang El Rey.
And it
It's
made
lovely.
your wife weep.
We're not sure what made her weep, but go ahead.
Well,
Did
she
she
did.
cry at the song? I didn't see that.
I think she was. I think she did
Okay.
cry a
I
little.
didn't
bit.
see that.
Your wife has only cried 4 times in her entire life. Is the count that I think everybody's on.
Yes, I'd be.
2 of those times were in Mexico, and none of us can wrap our heads around it.
No comment.
She was just overwhelmed
She was overwhelmed.
with love.
That's the sweet thing.
That's
Yes.
what I think it was.
That's lovely.
Is she the one in the house that could fix everything growing up?
That is absolutely true. Yes, quite the tomboy.
You couldn't.
I can't do anything.
Who was the disciplinarian?
Ooh, I'm going to say me.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
I heard a couple times you got a little.
I had to yell at your wife a couple of times. Not often.
You do it right now. I swear to God, I'll turn this table over.
Okay, I'll behave myself.
You think you could beat me in a fight?
I'll give it a row. Let's go. I'm getting old, though.
I would pummel you.
You probably would. Yeah. Maybe we'll play tennis again one of these days.
Oh, you'll pummel me. But you better. That's what I took you for a walk yesterday. I walked you and Carl.
Long walk.
I know, but we're gonna do that every day.
Oh boy.
Don't we? I'm telling. We're gonna get you back. You're gonna be playing tennis. You're gonna be at 175. It's gonna be exciting.
I'm looking
We're
forward
gonna
to
have
it.
30 more years of Daddy Hallam.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for being
you,
on the
son.
show. I appreciate it.
Tosh Show.
In a world of slot reels and blackjack deals comes the must-play event of the summer from DraftKings Casino, featuring nonstop action and an all-star cast of games, including A-lister Loki's Luck. This summer blockbuster is one you won't want to miss, featuring nonstop action if you so wish. You can also take a bathroom break so you don't get a UTI, or you can wear a diaper. People do that if you're in the zone. I love making money, but I really love winning it. Responsibly, of course. Plus, new players can get $100 instantly in casino credits with just a $1 wager. And all players get a blockbuster bonus every week. So sign up with code Tosh Show and grab your popcorn. It's showtime on DraftKings Casino. Stick around until the very end of this episode for a fun gambling disclaimer, but don't let it rain on your parade, especially if you're on a hot streak. God, I love gambling. So join me on DraftKings and keep winning.
Tosh Show.
All right, Carl. That does it for my father-in-law. Thank you, Greg, for being on the podcast. Part 2, our first 2-parter in the books. Now, will there be a part 3? The answer is yes, but the ball's in his court. He needs to give us all the spicy details of his sex life. Then he can have a part 3. We're going to do my favorite segment, Hello from Tosh Show, where I say hello to one of our viewers, listeners. We're going to say hello to Simon Whittam. You can probably guess from his name, he's watching from the UK. He enjoyed watching The GOAT and hopes there's another series. That's what they call seasons over there. I hope there's another series as well. Also, hello to Jessica Englehart, wanted to thank me for sharing my colonoscopy experience on the show. She was diagnosed with colon cancer at age 46, which should serve as an important reminder that women also have colons. You didn't know that, did you, Ed? Okay. Well, hello, Jessica, and I hope you had a full recovery, and I'm glad you caught it early. I want to say hello to Adam, a retired military man. He said, please tell Mr. Tosh that his wife looks like the world's hottest Applebee's waitress. Congratulations.
All right.
Adam, couldn't agree with you more. You put a bunch of pins on my wife, some flair. Oh, have her walk around the house with some sizzling fajitas, little role play. Yeah, that'll get you going. That was fun. It's a good episode. What else we got to do? The GOAT. It's available on Prime. Boyswearpink.com. Check out our adorable little toddler line of cute little clothes. My tour. Check us out at mensbutts.com or danieltosh.com. Get some tickets. Come watch us. Another one of my kids' bedtime stories. We're churning these things out. In the dead of summer, when they said no one's listening. Oh, we can tell. The view count's taking a dip. Doesn't stop us. Doesn't stop us. Can't stop, won't stop. Rockefeller Records. All right, that's it. See you next week. I want you to tell me one happy Halloween story.
Okay, that one then it'd be about us drawing a face on a mouth with a pumpkin.
A mouth on a pumpkin?
Yeah, facing some eyes.
Well, tell me the story.
Okay, but this one is not real. But
Okay.
there was a mummy in this one, but there was just a boy. But the boy was dressed up as a mummy.
Okay.
But that one's
That's a good one.
Sushi, but it's not the end yet. They went trick or treating. They won, but they were dressed up as a mummy. And he went to a distant house, and the only house he saw was a pizza truck.
The house had a pizza truck?
Yeah, the house had a pizza truck. So when he went to where the house, it had only pizza, and they laughed and rapped, but it was just pizza everywhere. On the ground everywhere. No one would see it except the mummy. With the mummy.
You hit your mummy.
Not your mummy, your mommy.
Oh, gotcha.
You hit your daddy.
All right. Is that the end of that story?
But they didn't know that there was a real mummy. There was a real mummy in this story. But we can't talk about that one. But there was 10,000 mummies.
Oh, my goodness.
The end.
Tosh Show.
Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show.